Welcome back to the channel. Rarest Coins. Today we are diving into one of the most surprising and most misunderstood stories in the coin collecting world. The rumor that a 1962 Lincoln penny, sometimes mistakenly called a wheat penny, could be worth as much as $1.8 million. It is a bold claim, a shocking idea, and one that has taken social media by storm. But what is real? What is rumor? And what should collectors actually be looking for when it comes to the 1962 cent? Let's break it all down. To uncover the truth, we first need to understand the history. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 and featured the classic wheat reverse for nearly 50 years. These wheat pennies were produced until 1958. In 1959, everything changed. The United States Mint replaced the wheat design with the Lincoln Memorial reverse, which appeared on coins from 1959 through 2008. That means something extremely important. There is no such thing as an authentic 1962 wheat penny. By the time 1962 arrived, wheat pennies had already been gone for 4 years, replaced by the newly designed memorial cent. So when you hear someone talking about a 1962 wheat penny, it is based on misunderstanding, confusion, or misinformation. Now let's look at the actual 1962 penny. These coins were minted in Denver, and more than 2 billion were produced. They were made using the traditional 95% copper composition used before the penny switched to zinc in 1982. Because the mintage was so high, most 1962 pennies are extremely common. In circulated condition, they are generally worth only face value. So how did the $1.8 million rumor begin? The story traces itself to internet videos and social media posts that mixed real rare coin facts with random dates. Many people have heard about extraordinary coins like the 1943 bronze cent or the 1944 steel cent, which truly can sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. These are incredible coins with dramatic histories. But as these stories spread, some people began assuming that other dates must also have hidden million-dollar versions. Then the 1962 penny got caught in the rumor spiral. One exaggerated claim led to another, and suddenly the myth of the $1.8 million 1962 penny was born. But here is the truth. Number 1962 penny has ever sold for $1.8 million. There is no verified sale, no auction record, and no known example of such a coin existing. The viral claim is a myth. However, that does not mean all 1962 pennies are worthless. Far from it. Some coins from this year can bring real value, especially in exceptional condition or when they have dramatic mint errors. Let's talk about condition first. A 1962 penny that has been preserved in nearly perfect mint state, with brilliant shine and sharp details, can bring a premium. Some of the highest graded examples, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading companies, have sold for hundreds or even over $1,000. While that is nowhere near $1 million, it is still meaningful money for a coin that many people overlook. But the most exciting value potential lies in mint errors. The 1962 penny is known for several interesting errors that collectors love. These include strong doubled dies where parts of the lettering or date appear doubled, off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, die cracks that create raised lines on the coin, and clipped planchet errors where a curved piece of the coin is missing from the edge. Dramatic double strikes or coins struck on the wrong planchet can bring even higher premiums, sometimes hundreds or thousands of dollars. Searching for these errors takes patience, but it can be incredibly rewarding. To look for value in your 1962 pennies, start by examining Lincoln's portrait for any doubled features. Check the word Liberty, the date, and the phrase "In God We Trust" for doubling or distortion. Then check the shape of the coin itself. If anything looks off-center, oddly formed, or irregular, you may be holding a mint error worth real money. And always check for breaks or missing pieces along the edge, which might indicate a clipped planchet. Even though the famous $1.8 million 1962 penny does not exist, the real story of this coin is still fascinating. It shows how myths spread, how legends form, and how easily misinformation travels in today's digital world. But beyond the rumors, the truth is still exciting. The 1962 penny offers real opportunities for collectors, real treasures hidden among common coins, and real value for those who know what to look for. Let's recap the key facts. There is no authentic 1962 D wheat penny. The wheat design ended after 1958. Number 1962 D penny has ever sold for $1.8 million, and the claim is pure rumor. But high-grade examples and rare mint errors from this year can still bring strong value, sometimes hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you enjoy videos that cut through coin myths, reveal genuine value, and help you become a smarter collector, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And remember, treasure is not always found in myths or rumors. Sometimes it is hidden in the everyday coins we see all the time. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you want, I can create a more dramatic version, a shorter version, or a version timed for narration pauses. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of the most unbelievable and most viral rumors in the modern coin world. The claim that a 2020 D Lincoln penny, sometimes even mistakenly called a wheat penny, could be worth more than $1.4 million. Social media videos and posts have sent people scrambling for their change jars and hunting through coin rolls, hoping to strike it rich. But what is true, what is false, and what is actually valuable about the 2020 D penny? Let's break down the history, the facts, the myths, and the real treasure hidden behind the hype. First, let's talk about the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny debuted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. From 1909 through 1958, the coin featured the famous wheat reverse. These are the true wheat pennies. In 1959, the reverse shifted to the Lincoln Memorial design, which stayed in circulation all the way until 2008. And in 2010, the design changed again to the Union Shield, which is the reverse design still used today. This means something extremely important. There is no such thing as a real 2020 D wheat penny. The wheat design stopped more than 60 years before the 2020 coins were made. Any mention of a 2020 D wheat penny comes from misunderstanding, confusion, or simply viral misinformation. Now let's talk about the 2020 D penny itself. This coin was minted in Denver, and like most modern coins, it was produced in enormous numbers. More than billions of them entered circulation, all made with a copper-plated zinc composition. These coins are modern, extremely common, and easy to find in everyday pocket change. So where in the world did the $1.4 million rumor start? Like many coin legends, it began with a mix of truth and fiction. Collectors know about the extremely rare 1943 bronze cent and the legendary 1944 steel cent, both of which have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes even more for top-grade examples. When people online discover these incredible stories, they often start assuming that any coin from any year could also be secretly worth a fortune. Then social media creators take the idea, exaggerate it, or misunderstand it, and soon a rumor becomes a viral sensation. Before long, people start believing that an ordinary 2020 D penny might be worth $1.4 million. But here is the truth, plain and simple. Number 2020 D penny has ever sold for $1.4 million. There is no record, no auction listing, and no verified sale of such a coin. The million-dollar story is a myth. However, that does not mean all 2020 D pennies are worthless. In fact, some of them can bring real money under the right circumstances. The key is condition and errors. Let's start with condition. Any modern coin that graded perfectly at the highest levels, such as Mint State 69 or Mint State 70, can bring a premium because flawless modern coins are much harder to find than most people think. A perfectly preserved 2020 D penny in a certified holder can sometimes sell for tens or even hundreds of dollars. While that is far from a million, it still shows that quality matters. Now let's talk about mint errors, where the real value often hides. The 2020 D penny has already produced a number of interesting and collectible errors. Some of the most valuable include strong off-center strikes, dramatic double strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, die chips, and coins missing sections of their copper plating. Certain extreme errors, such as double denomination strikes where a penny is struck on another coin's blank, can bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars. These errors are not common, but they do exist. And unlike the $1.4 million rumor, the value of these error coins is real and documented. So if you want to search your 2020 D pennies for treasure, here is what to do. First, examine the coin's surface under good lighting. Look for sharp, clean detail and minimal scratches. A nearly flawless coin could be worth submitting for grading. Next, check for oddities. If the coin looks off-center, unusually thick, unusually thin, strangely shaped, or contains breaks in the copper plating, you may have found an error. Finally, look closely at the portrait, the date, and the lettering for doubling or distortion. Anything that looks unusual could be a mint mistake. Even though the legendary $1 million 2020 penny does not exist, this rumor still carries an important lesson. It shows how myths can spread faster today than ever before. It shows how easy it is to mix real coin history with modern misunderstanding. And most importantly, it reminds us that the world of coins is still full of surprises. You may not find a $1.4 million penny, but you can still uncover real value and real treasures when you know what to look for. Let's recap. There is no real 2020 wheat penny. That design ended in 1958. Number 2020 penny has sold for $1.4 million. The claim is a viral internet myth, but high-grade examples and dramatic errors from this year can still be worth real money. Searching through your change may not make you a millionaire overnight, but it can definitely lead you to exciting and valuable discoveries. If you enjoy videos that cut through coin myths, reveal real value, and help you understand the truth behind the hype, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And remember, treasure is not always measured in millions. Sometimes it is hidden in the details of the smallest coin in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you want, I can create a more dramatic version, a shorter one, or a version with narration pauses. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of the most talked about and most confusing coin rumors circulating across the internet. The idea that a 1977 Lincoln penny, sometimes mistakenly labeled as a wheat penny, could be worth as much as $1.6 million. The claim has gone viral. People are checking their jars of old coins, and collectors everywhere are asking one simple question. Is there any truth to this? Or is this just another internet myth? Let's explore the history, the facts, the rumors, and the real value of the 1977 Lincoln cent. To understand what is true, we have to start with history. The Lincoln penny began in 1909 with the iconic wheat reverse design. These coins are known as wheat pennies, and they were produced until 1958. Starting in 1959, the United States Mint replaced the wheat design with the Lincoln Memorial reverse. This design ran for nearly 50 years, from 1959 through 2008. This means one very important fact. There is no such thing as a real 1977 wheat penny. The wheat design stopped almost 2 decades earlier. So whenever you hear someone talking about a 1977 wheat penny being worth a fortune, you immediately know the term is being misused or misunderstood. But that does not mean the 1977 penny itself is boring. Far from it. The 1977 Lincoln cent was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and billions were produced. These coins were made with the classic 95% copper composition used before the zinc switch in 1982. Because of the extremely high mintage, most 1977 pennies are extremely common, worth only face value in circulated condition. So where did the $1.6 million rumor come from? Like many coin myths, it grew from a mixture of truth and confusion. People heard stories of extraordinary rare coins like the 1943 bronze cent or the 1944 steel cent, both of which have genuine 6-figure and even 7-figure sales in top grades. These coins are legends in the collecting world, but social media often blends facts together. Someone starts a video, someone else exaggerates the information, and suddenly a regular 1977 penny finds itself being called a $1 million treasure. But here is the reality. Number 1977 penny has ever sold for $1.6 million. There is no verified sale, no auction record, and no documented example of such a coin existing. The $1 million claim is a myth, not a fact. However, that does not mean the 1977 penny cannot be valuable. Some coins from this year are absolutely worth real money. The value comes from 2 things: high-grade condition and rare mint errors. Let's talk about condition first. Most pennies from this period were heavily circulated, tossed into pockets, jars, cash registers, and wallets. Finding a 1977 penny in nearly perfect mint state condition is surprisingly difficult. Coins that grade extremely high, such as MS-67 or MS-68, can bring strong premiums. Some superb examples have sold for hundreds of dollars. While that is nowhere near a million, it is still serious value for a coin most people never pay attention to. Now let's get to the real excitement: mint errors. Error coins from 1977 can be worth far more than people expect. Some of the most valuable errors include off-center strikes where large portions of the design are missing, double strikes where the coin receives two impressions, broad strikes that flatten and expand the coin's shape, clipped planchet errors that remove a curved chunk from the edge, and rare double dies that show doubling on the lettering or the date. More dramatic errors, like a coin struck on the wrong planchet, can also bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Collectors love error coins because they are unique. No two errors are exactly the same, and that is what gives these pieces real value. So while the million-dollar rumor is false, the opportunity to find a valuable 1977 penny is still real. If you want to search your coins for treasure, here is what to do. First, examine the coin under bright light. Look for sharp detail, clean surfaces, and strong luster. A near-perfect coin may be worth far more than you expect. Next, check for abnormalities. If the coin appears off-center, oddly shaped, strangely thick or thin, or if parts of the copper appear broken or distorted, you might have discovered a mint error. Finally, examine the lettering, date, and portrait closely. Doubling or raised lines could mean your coin is a rare double die. Even though the legendary $1.6 million $1,977 penny does not exist, this rumor still teaches an important lesson. It shows how easily stories spread, how myths form, and how quickly a simple claim can turn into a viral sensation. But beyond the myth, the truth is still exciting. There are real treasures among 1977 pennies. They may not reach million-dollar heights, but they can absolutely bring serious value. Let's recap the key facts. There is no such thing as a 1977 wheat penny, because the wheat reverse ended in 1958. Number 1977 penny has ever sold for $1.6 million. The viral claim is a myth. But high-grade examples and rare mint errors from 1977 can be worth real money, sometimes hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you love videos that dig into coin mysteries, reveal the truth behind viral claims, and help you understand the real value of the coins in your pocket, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And remember, treasure does not always come in the form of a million-dollar miracle. Sometimes it is hidden in the fine details of a simple copper coin. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you want, I can also write a shorter version, a more dramatic storytelling version, or one optimized for narrator pauses. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are tackling one of the wildest coin rumors on the internet. The claim that a Lincoln penny from the year 2000, sometimes mistakenly called a wheat penny, could be worth more than $1.3 million. This story has spread across social media like wildfire, leaving thousands of people digging through their coin jars, hoping they might be holding the next million-dollar discovery. But what is real, what is rumor, and what is actually valuable about the year 2000 Lincoln cent? Let's unravel the truth. First, let's start with the history. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909 and featured the iconic wheat reverse until 1958. These are known as wheat pennies. In 1959, the reverse changed to the Lincoln Memorial design, which stayed in place all the way until 2008. After that, the penny switched to the shield reverse in 2010. That means something extremely important. There is no such thing as a real year 2000 wheat penny. The wheat design ended 42 years earlier. So any listing, video, or post claiming the existence of a 2000 wheat penny is based on a misunderstanding or an exaggeration. But the year 2000 penny itself does have a story worth telling, and some of these coins can actually carry value. The year 2000 Lincoln cent was minted in massive numbers. Billions were produced in Philadelphia and Denver using a copper-plated zinc composition. This makes most examples extremely common. In circulated condition, almost every year 2000 penny is worth exactly 1 cent. So where did the $1.3 million rumor come from? Like many coin myths, It started with a mixture of real rare coin history and modern-day confusion. People have heard about legendary pennies like the 1943 bronze cent and the 1944 steel cent, which have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Then that knowledge gets mixed with modern dates because of viral posts online. Before long, someone claims that a year 2000 penny sold for more than $1 million. The story spreads, grows, and suddenly becomes something people believe might be true. But here is the truth. No year 2000 penny has ever sold for $1.3 million. There is no auction record, no verified sale, and no known example of such a coin existing. The $1 million claim is a modern myth, not reality. However, that does not mean all year 2000 pennies are worthless. In fact, some can bring real value under the right circumstances. High-grade examples, coins that are nearly flawless and professionally graded, can sell for tens or even hundreds of dollars. Condition matters enormously in modern coins because most of them survive in huge quantities. A perfect coin can be far more desirable than an ordinary one. But the real value from the year 2000 pennies comes from errors. Mint errors are accidental mistakes made during production, and they can transform an ordinary penny into a collector's treasure. The year 2000 has some well-known errors that can bring impressive prices. One example is the dramatic double-struck or off-center pennies, where the design is visibly misaligned. These can sell for hundreds of dollars depending on the severity. Missing plating errors, where parts of the zinc core are exposed, can also bring strong premiums. Die cracks, broad strikes, and rotated dies are additional errors collectors enjoy hunting for. While these won't reach million-dollar territory, they can still provide meaningful value and excitement. Searching for these errors requires patience and attention. Look closely at the lettering, the date, and the portrait of Lincoln. Check for strange shapes, missing details, or areas where the copper plating appears thin or broken. Examine the edges of the coin to see if the strike looks unusual. Anything that looks out of the ordinary might be worth investigating. Even though the mythical $1 million penny from the year 2000 does not exist, this rumor is still fascinating because it shows how easily stories grow in the age of the internet. But beyond the myth, the truth is still exciting. The year 2000 penny reminds us that every coin, even the ones we overlook every day, carries history, mystery, and the possibility of hidden value. Let's recap the important points. There is no real year 2000 wheat penny. That design ended in 1958. No verified year 2000 penny has ever sold for $1.3 million. The viral claim is a rumor, not a fact. But high-grade examples and dramatic mint errors from the year 2000 can still be worth real money, sometimes hundreds of dollars. While you may not find a $1 million coin, you can still uncover surprising treasures by checking your change carefully. If you enjoy videos that uncover the truth behind coin myths, explore real value, and help you become a smarter collector, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check those pennies from the year 2000. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you want, I can create an even more dramatic version, a shorter version, or a version with specific pauses for narration. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of the strangest and most talked about rumors floating around the internet. The idea that a 1997 Lincoln penny, sometimes even called a wheat penny by mistake, could be worth more than $1.2 million. This rumor has taken over social media, gone viral, and left thousands of people searching through their change, hoping they might be holding a hidden fortune. But what is real, what is myth, and what is actually valuable about the 1997 cent? Let's break it all down. To understand the truth, we first need to look at the history. The Lincoln cent began in 1909 with the famous wheat reverse, which collectors call wheat pennies. That design continued until 1958. In 1959, the reverse changed to the Lincoln Memorial design, which remained all the way until 2008. That means something very important. There is no such thing as a real 1997 wheat penny. The wheat design disappeared nearly 40 years before 1997 coins were ever made. The 1997 penny was minted in Denver, and more than 4 billion of them were produced. These coins were made with a copper-plated zinc composition, the same type used since 1982. Because such a massive number of these coins were minted, the average 1997 penny is extremely common. In everyday circulated condition, it is worth exactly 1 cent. That is, oh, how did the $1.2 million rumor begin? The story started when social media posts began mixing true rare coin facts with modern pennies. People confused legendary coins like the 1943 bronze cent and the 1944 steel cent, both of which have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, with totally unrelated modern dates. Then someone attached the 1997 D date to a dramatic, exaggerated claim. As the internet does, the rumor grew larger, stranger, and more unbelievable with every share. But here is the reality. Number 1997 D penny has ever sold for $1.2 million. There is no auction record, no verified example, and no documented case of a coin from this year reaching anything close to that value. However, that does not mean all 1997 D pennies are worthless. Some can absolutely bring real money if they contain rare errors or if they are in exceptional condition. Let's talk about the real value. A standard 1997 D penny in average circulation is worth 1 cent. A high-grade example, one that has been professionally graded and preserved in near-perfect condition, can bring more. Some of these perfect mint state coins have sold for a few $100s. While that is nowhere near $1 million, it still shows how important condition is in coin collecting. The biggest potential for value with 1997 D pennies comes from dramatic mint errors. These are the mistakes that happen during production at the mint. Off-center strikes, double strikes, broad strikes, die caps, clipped planchets, wrong planchet errors, missing plating errors, and strong double dies can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's treasure. Some of these dramatic mistakes can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Actual money, not rumor. Because billions of 1997 D pennies were minted, finding one of these rare errors requires patience, attention to detail, and a bit of luck. But that is part of the thrill of collecting. Even a penny from the 90s can turn into something desirable if it has the right combination of rarity and condition. If you want to search your 1997 D pennies for real value, here is what you should do. First, look closely at the coin's surface. If it appears flawless, glossy, and free of scratches, you might have a high-grade example. Second, inspect the lettering, especially the date and the words Liberty and In God We Trust, for signs of doubling or distortion. Third, check the shape of the coin. If it is off-center, unusually thick, unusually thin, or oddly formed, it may be a mint error. And finally, weigh the coin. Extremely rare wrong planchet errors show up when a different coin blank was used accidentally. Even though the famous million-plus 1997 D penny does not exist, the truth is still exciting. This story reminds us how legends form, how rumors grow, and how easily fiction can be mistaken for fact in the age of the internet. But it also reveals something important. Real treasures are still out there. Real errors, real rare varieties, and real high-grade coins still hide in collections and change jars all across the country. Let's recap. There is no authentic 1997 D wheat penny. The wheat reverse stopped being minted in 1958. No verified 1997 D penny has sold for $1.2 million. But certain rare errors and high-grade examples from this year can be worth real money. Searching through your coins may not make you a millionaire, but it could uncover something truly valuable. If you love videos that separate fact from fiction, uncover real coin history, and help you understand the truth behind viral claims, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And keep checking those pennies. Treasure is closer than you think. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you want, I can also create a shorter version, a more dramatic storytelling version, or one formatted with pauses for narration.